This is a story about from one of my very talented babies. This is a story about the day where two realms met. It was a nice sunny day on the beach. The waves were crashing on the shore. The wind was nice and gentle and everyone was having fun. But then, out of nowhere, the wind starts to get stronger. The clouds start to get darker. The waves are so powerful that it starts flinging people out of the water and back onto the beach. The ground starts to shake. "Earthquake!" shouts the people on the beach. Everyone starts running for cover, but then a young boy notices something strange through all the panic. The air in front of him starts to crack. "What the hell?" the boy said. The crack keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, until suddenly, bang, a lightning bolt crashes down onto the sand right in front of the boy. The boy gets tossed backwards, crashing onto the sand. The boy fell unconscious. After some time, the boy wakes up. He opens his eyes. He looks around in confusion, wondering what had happened. He looks up and sees something weird. Hovering above the sand with a big patch of glass under it, a green oval with spinning swirls and a glowing aura. A portal, the boy says in confusion. A portal had opened up right there on the beach. "I must be dreaming," said the boy. But he's not. He notices that he can feel pain, so he's not dreaming. A few people look back at the beach and see the boy and the portal. They start walking towards it, stunned as to what they're actually seeing. The boy then stands up and also starts to walk towards the portal. He sticks his hand out, about to touch it. Someone yells, "Don't touch it, it could be dangerous." The boy doesn't listen. He reaches his hand out until he's touching it. He tries to put his hand through, but it just bounces back. He tries again. Nothing. So he starts to push on it with a bit of force. As he's pushing, a crowd of people had formed watching and waiting for something to happen. The boy is still pushing, but nothing. So a man steps in and helps to try to get through. With the combined force of the boy and the man, they eventually break through. But something isn't right. Inside the portal is just nothing but pure white. Then a strange humming starts emanating from the portal. It starts shaking. The shakes start to get faster and faster and faster. The portal starts getting brighter and brighter, almost blinding everyone there. Then everything stops. No more humming, no more shaking, and the portal goes back to a dim white. A sudden burst of energy shoots out in all directions, knocking some people halfway up the beach and others right into the water. The boy somehow stands his ground until it stops, and then he sees it. The portal starts changing. It starts showing different things. First it shows under the sea, then into space, a place full of fire and a place made of crystals. Then it speeds up into a blur. The scenery keeps changing, almost like it can't decide what to show. The boy again reaches out towards the changing portal. He touches it, and it stops in one place. A place like nothing anyone had seen. It was a wasteland. It had a red rocky floor, the sky was dark orange, and the most noticeable thing there, thousands of yellow stars. They kind of look like if a sea urchin was yellow, but with the smaller bodies. There it was. There was nothing else in it. The boy built up the courage to step through the portal and get a closer look. But just like what he saw from the outside of it, it was all the same. Nothing but yellow stars as far as the eye can see. He then goes to pick up one of the stars, but once he picked one up, the whole realm started to shake. The portal closes, and just like that, he's trapped in a place that his mind could not comprehend. The shaking had stopped right when the portal closed, but he had no idea what was happening or how to get back. Everyone on the outside is panicking, wondering what is happening to the boy. Back inside the weird realm, the boy tries putting the star back down on the floor, right where he got it, hoping it would do something. And right when he puts it down, the portal reopens. Everyone is relieved the boy is all right as he steps back through. but the question still stands. How and why did this portal open in the first place? No one knows. But what they do know is someone has to investigate more about it and figure out what it actually is. After the boy steps back through the portal, everyone is relieved. But now everyone is on the beach. Everyone that was on the beach wants some answers as to how and why this portal opened in the first place. A few people look towards the boy. Some people start asking him what he saw and why the portal closed. Others were wondering why he went in the first place. But while all of this was happening, the portal starts to change again. But not to another scenery. It just starts creating a green hue over the entrance. And again, no one knows why it is doing this. A person in the crowd is wondering if they should call someone. If anything, the boy now starts to answer some questions about what he saw. He starts talking about how when he went through, there wasn't anything else, but there were these weird yellow stars. He also says that when he picked one up, the portal closed. The boy says, I think those stars are somehow powering the dimension, and picking one up traps you inside with no possible way out. As far as I could tell. The same man that helped the boy to open the portal starts saying stuff like, who should we even tell about this? Should we go to the police? The government? We need to tell someone about it before anyone else decides to explore and actually does get trapped. Everyone agrees and starts going straight to the police. But just when everyone starts to walk up the beach to the police station, just across the street, cars start to pull up to the beach. There were helicopters in the sky, landing on the sand. A man steps out of one of the cars. He says, okay, everyone, step away from the anonymity. Who are you? Says someone in the crowd. I'm Agent Thompson, FBI. You need to do something about this thing. But while this is happening, the boy heads back to the portal. But not before Agent Thompson stops him from going near it. Someone needs to go in and investigate, the boy says. That's what we're here for, to find out how it came to be and if we can close it. The agent says, but I need to tell you something about it, says the boy. And what might that be, says Agent Thompson. You cannot pick up the stars. If you take one off the floor, the portal closes, trapping you inside. The boy says in a panic. And how would you know any of this? You're just a kid. Because I went inside to check it out way before you guys got here, says the boy. The end. Thank you so much for this beautiful story. I love it. I love you all, my babies.